Viburnum odoratissimum versus suspensum.
I find Viburnum odoratissimum to be quite lush and vigorous, with its glossy leaves adding a vibrant green backdrop to my garden. It grows quickly and fills out beautifully, creating a dense privacy screen. On the other hand, Viburnum suspensum has a more delicate appearance with smaller leaves and a slightly lighter green color. It's great for creating a more refined look in hedges or as a backdrop for smaller plants.
See more 206 species in genus Viburnum at monsteraholic.com. Viburnum odoratissimum versus emerald luster.
As for Viburnum odoratissimum versus emerald luster, I've found emerald luster to be particularly appealing due to its glossy, dark green foliage that maintains its color throughout the year.
It's resilient against pests and diseases, which makes maintenance easier.
In contrast, Viburnum odoratissimum has a lighter green hue and tends to grow taller, making it ideal for taller hedges or screens where height is a priority.
How fast does Viburnum odoratissimum grow?
Viburnum odoratissimum is known for its relatively fast growth rate, especially in optimal conditions. It can grow up to 24 inches per year under ideal circumstances, including adequate sunlight, moisture, and soil conditions.
How to plant Viburnum odoratissimum? When planting Viburnum odoratissimum, follow these steps. Timing.
Ideally, plant Viburnum odoratissimum in late fall or early spring when the plant is dormant and less stressed.
Location. Choose a spot with well-drained soil and plenty of sunlight.
Sunlight, aim for at least 4 to 6 hours of direct sunlight daily for optimal growth and flowering.
Viburnum odoratissimum can tolerate partial shade, but flowering might be less prolific. Soil, well-drained soil is crucial.
If your soil is heavy clay, amending it with compost or other organic matter can improve drainage.
Sandy loam or a good quality potting mix works well. Planting.
Dig a hole twice as wide and as deep as the root ball of your Viburnum odoratissimum. Loosen the soil around the edges of the hole to encourage root growth. Position the plant, carefully remove the plant from its container and gently place it in the center of the hole. Ensure the root crown, the area where the stem meets the roots, sits slightly above the surrounding soil level. Backfill the hole, fill the hole back in with the excavated soil, gently tamping it down to remove air pockets. Water thoroughly, water the plant deeply to settle the soil around the roots.
Aftercare.
Water your Viburnum odoratissimum regularly, especially during the first growing season and during hot, dry spells.
Allow the top inch of soil to dry out slightly between waterings.
Mulch, apply a layer of mulch, around 2 to 3 inches deep, around the base of the plant to retain moisture, suppress weeds, and regulate soil temperature. Fertilizing, you may not need to fertilize frequently, especially if your soil is rich in nutrients. However, a balanced fertilizer formulated for flowering shrubs applied once a year in early spring can be beneficial. Pruning, routine pruning is not necessary but can be done to maintain size and shape. Prune lightly after flowering has finished, removing spent blooms, dead or diseased branches, or for shaping purposes. Use sharp, sterilized pruning shears. Additional tips.
Viburnum odoratissimum is a relatively fast-growing shrub.
It's generally pest and disease resistant, but watch out for common garden problems like aphids or scale.
Insecticidal soap or neem oil solution can be used for control if needed.
This fragrant shrub can be enjoyed not just for its beautiful flowers but also for its evergreen foliage in warmer climates, zones 8 to 10, or its winter interest with red berries in colder zones, zones 6 to 7.
How far apart to plant Viburnum odoratissimum?
For creating a hedge or mass planting, space Viburnum odoratissimum shrubs approximately 5 to 6 feet apart. This spacing allows for adequate airflow and room for the plants to grow and fill in the space.
How tall does Viburnum odoratissimum grow?
Viburnum odoratissimum can grow to be quite tall, typically reaching heights of 10 to 12 feet at maturity.
However, in ideal conditions, it may grow even taller. How to prune Viburnum odoratissimum?
Pruning Viburnum odoratissimum is typically done to maintain its desired size and shape or to remove dead or diseased branches. Pruning should be done after flowering to avoid cutting off potential blooms. Use clean, sharp pruning shears and make cuts just above a leaf node or lateral branch.
When to prune Viburnum odoratissimum?
The best time to prune Viburnum odoratissimum is after it has finished flowering, usually in late spring or early summer. Avoid pruning in late summer or fall, as this can remove flower buds for the following year.
Where to buy Viburnum odoratissimum?
Viburnum odoratissimum plants can be purchased from local nurseries, garden centers, or online plant retailers. Ensure that you are buying from a reputable source to ensure the quality of the plant.
Why is Viburnum odoratissimum called sweet?
Viburnum odoratissimum is called sweet because of the sweet fragrance emitted by its small, white flowers. These flowers appear in clusters and have a pleasant, sweet scent that attracts pollinators like bees and butterflies.